No. This one is static. That's a roving one, right? Oh, moving, and close up, yeah. Close up or this is this is the static one. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, sorry. EMAAD double A D space AKHTAR. You run that towards the beginning, right?
Whenever you want me to run it.
Yeah, so I'll mention my name in like the second sentence, so you can just throw it up within 10 seconds or 5 seconds. Yeah. And then occasionally, if you can also you have the visit us at, right? Okay. So either you can drop it in, I'll mention if I see it, or if I start to talk about it, then you can throw it in.
Yeah. Really, I tell them.
So what time will we go live? I mean, when we start to.
That one I'm not sure.
This is the screen right now, right? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Bowen Secondary, represented by Mark Wei Chin, and on my left, Singapore Chinese Girls, represented by Satya. Bowen Secondary to serve, level, play.
And a very good afternoon to one and all, and welcome to Sports Singapore's live coverage of the 2021 National School Games, an initiative of the Singapore Schools Sports Council, supported by the Ministry of Education. I am Imad Akhtar, and we are broadcasting live from Canberra Secondary for what should be an entertaining afternoon of badminton action. This is the semi-final of the North Zone B Division Girls Championship between Singapore Chinese Girls School and Bowen Secondary. Now, kicking off proceedings today, we are on Court 3 in Canberra Secondary's Indoor Sports Hall. We have Badu Satya Samhita of SCGS against Bowen Secondary's Makwe Chi in the first singles match.
4-love.
Just a reminder, this semi-final is a best-of-5 match tie. Following this, we'll have the first doubles, and then the second singles, the second doubles, and finally the third singles. Now, should either team win the entire tie 3-0 or 3-1, they will progress into the final. But in the interest of fair play, the organisers and conveners have mandated that all 5 matches be played, which is of course a wonderful initiative, as it gives all 7 players on each team a chance to participate.
Service over. 1-5.
SCGS raced away to a very early lead.
6-1.
6-1. So Badu Satya really asserting her authority on this contest very early on.
7-1.
This being the B division, we're looking at girls in secondary 3 and secondary 4, ages about 15 to 16 years old. The NSG, of course, also encompasses both the A division as well as the senior division. Another brilliant cross-court smash there from Badu Satya. She races into a 9-1 lead. Looking very, very comfortable at this stage. And then showing a full repertoire of strokes here. A deft touch. Just missing the drop there. Nice attempt.
2-10.
2-10. So Makwe Chi trailing by 8 points here. Oh, lovely touch. Lovely touch.
Service over. 11-2 interval.
We have a very short 60-second interval when the leading score reaches 11 points. That is the rule. At the end of every game, there will be a 2-minute interval. Between each match, there will also be another 2-minute interval. Not a whole lot of rest for these players. Badminton is, of course, a fast, explosive sport. Lots of stamina required, concentration, reflexes, anticipation. Now, we are, of course, well, the indoor sports hall, I beg your pardon, is, of course, also hosting the other semi-final, which is on an adjoining court. It's 2 courts down. Court 1 between Sinming Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls' School. Of course, the winners of that tie will take on the winners of this one in the grand final, which will be taking place here at Canberra Secondary on Thursday the 29th, as we resume play. 12-2 now to SCGS. Racing away here in game 1 of match 1.
13-2.
Which looks very composed indeed. Yeah, it was a bit of a
14-2.
tame effort by Makwe Chi. She needs to find some inspiration here, falling behind the 8 ball. A lovely clear shot there, landing inside the tram lines from Badu Satya.
16-2.
It looks like Makwe Chi's game plan has somewhat been thrown off by her opponent's aggressive strategy.
3-16.
Looks to be a foregone conclusion this first game. A bit of a missed hit there from Badu,
4-16.
gifting her opponent an easy point. Oh, just landing in again.
Service over. 17-4.
17-4 now. Oh, lovely touch. Well played.
18-4.
She looks composed, you know, taking her time between points. It's a critical first match. Again, pushing her opponent back to the back of the court, and not giving her much time to maneuver. Oh, again.
20 game point 4.
Lovely touch, and game points here for Badu Satya. And there it is, very clinical indeed. The first game.
Won by Singapore Chinese girl. 21-4.
First game goes to SCGS. Dominant display from Badu Satya Samhita. 21-4. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. The start of game 2.
Second game. Level play.
Welcome back to the North Zone B Division Girls Championship semi-final between the Singapore Chinese Girls School and Bowen Secondary. SCGS taking the first game rather convincingly, and Bowen Secondary will really have to show their resolve in this one to force this match into a decider. Oh, lovely smash there.
Service over. 1-0.
Wide, she went for it, but couldn't quite execute.
2-1.
Both sides, of course, had rather convincing quarterfinal victories. Now, the quarterfinals, there were two groups of 4. SCGC winning all 3 of their games, 4-1, 5-0, 5-0 to qualify first and book their berth in the semi-final. And Bowen Secondary, well, they lost their first match, 1-4 against Sin Min, before recovering quite well. And the next 2, 3-2 and 5-0, they finished second. So the top 2 from each of those groups in the quarterfinals progressed into the semi-finals this afternoon. 3-all. Badu Satya there showing her full range of strokes, moving her opponent around the court. I think that's landed in. Yes. Good placement there. It's 5-3 now, the score. Yeah, again, too good, that smash. Now, from the camera angle available to you at home, we have two camera setups actually. You probably have noticed there are limited spectators here today. That is, of course, due to the COVID-19 protocols and restrictions. The only people allowed in the NSG arena are the teams themselves, the coaches, organizers, conveners, technical crew, and of course match commentators like myself. So no spectators, including parents, allowed. A shame, but the silver lining here is that the games are actually being held, given their absence from last year's calendar. So kudos to all involved for making it happen. 9-3 now to SCGS. That one landed in as well, so Badu Satya really can't put her foot wrong at the moment. As we head into another interval. So, of course, those who aren't permitted to be here, it's a bit of a shame, but you can visit us at go.gov.sg/NSG to catch the live stream or watch later. Or if you wish to catch up on fixtures and results across a suite of other sports, we're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel. Mak Wei Chi here, in need of, desperately in need of a comeback. 12-3. Oh, lovely touch there. I think she
13-3.
wasn't expecting that one, was Mak Wei Chi. Falling short there with the
14-3.
attempted drop shot. Again, not quite getting her bearings right. Struggling here. And SCGS are racing away with this first match. Oh, lovely touch there. I think wrong footing her opponent.
16-3.
This is a very, very clinical display from Badu Satya Samhita.
Out. Service over.
A rare
4-16.
point, a rare unforced error, gifting her opponent a point. And again,
Service over. 17-4.
Mak Wei's body language isn't exactly conveying positivity at the moment, and she seems resigned to loss. And again, just running her opponent ragged here is Badu Satya. 18-4 now. Just 3 points away from the match.
Oh,
lovely smash. Right in the corner.
Match point 4.
We've got match point here. for SCGS.
Game.
And there it is. A very convincing display from Badu
Match
Satya
won by
Samhita
Singapore, Chinese
of
girls,
SCGS.
21-4,
21-4, 21-4. We will take a couple of minutes before rejoining the action for match number 2.
Okay, come. Bowen Secondary School, represented by Ethelyn and Tamimin Gigi. And on my left, Singapore Chinese girls, represented by Sheman and Ever. Bowen Secondary to serve, Ethelyn to Sheman. Level play.
Yeah, welcome back to Canberra Secondary, Sports Singapore's live coverage of the 2021 National School Games. We are watching badminton action, semi-final, the North Zone B Division Girls Championship between Singapore Chinese Girls School and Bowen Secondary. This is the first doubles match. SCGS prevailed in the first singles just a short while earlier to take a 1-0 lead in this 5-match tie. Now representing SCGS today at the top of your screen, Cheng Shermei and Avril Yao Le Swan for Bowen Secondary. In the turquoise blue, we have Natalie Ang Jiaju and Gigi Tan Min Min. Now, just to remind you folks, ladies and gents, that well, this is a best of 5 match tie. Should either team win the entire tie 3-0 or 3-1, the organisers and conveners have decided that all 5 matches be played in the interest of fair play, to give all 7 players on each team a chance to participate. And these youth, of course, really need all the exposure they can get at this stage. The way NSG works and the way this tournament is run is that these singles players cannot play in the doubles, so everyone gets a chance. And on top of the 7 members that have been chosen to play in the tie, the squad consists of up to 12, including reserves and substitutes. There's an unforced error there from Team Bowen, giving SCGS a 7-2 lead here in game 1 of match 2. It is rather humid here at the indoor sports hall in Canberra Secondary. We do have some fans, but they have been switched off, so that might play a part if any of the matches go into a deciding game. Also a reminder, simultaneously on an adjoining court, Court 1, we have the other semi-final taking place between Sinming Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls' School. And the winners of that tie will take on the winners of this one in the grand final, which will be taking place here at Canberra Secondary, I beg your pardon, on Thursday the 29th of April. So we see Bowen clawing their way back slightly into the contest, 5-9 now. Make that 6-9, a couple of unforced errors, perhaps a bit of complacency creeping in on the part of SCGS. Well, commentator's curse there. 10-6. And again. And so we head into an interval. SCGS leading 11-6. Now, obviously, this year, NSG's competition, we've only had 12 sports, all non-contact. I'll name them for you. We've got badminton, tennis, table tennis, volleyball, sepak takraw, wushu, taekwondo, shooting, golf. This one, I love to call it rope skipping, bowling, and gymnastics. Another fun fact, a total of 12,000 students from 270 schools, both primary and secondary, are competing in this year's NSG, which should really benefit the youth sports scene in Singapore. Now, the full NSG complement would be 29 sports. That includes contact sports. And in previous years, we had about 60,000 students competing. Obviously, there was no NSG last year due to COVID-19. The last time the games were held were in 2019. So we're hoping, for all involved, that the full complement will happen in 2022, or if not, in 2023. We are, of course, fortunate, even with the curtailed competition this year, that we have a games in place at all, given what's happened in the last year or so. 14-6 now, SCGS.
15-6.
And Bowen completely missing that one. Just landing in there was a good rally between both sets of goals. That one was pushed wide. It's going for a bit too much there. Oh, an easy giveaway. Can't afford that at this stage. Bowen really needs to come back into this contest. And another one, a lovely touch into the far left corner, pushing SCGS's lead to 11 points. And again, 19-7 now. This is quite a commanding, dominant performance by the SCGS girls. Game point.
7.
And that is wide, so SCGS take the first game of this first doubles encounter, having taken the first match as well. They lead 1-0 in the 5-match tie against Bowen Secondary. We'll be back in about 60 minutes for game 2.
Second game, level, play. 1 loss.
And welcome back to game 2 of this first doubles match between SCGS and Bowen Secondary. SCGS taking the first game rather comfortably.
1-0.
They also took the first match, so they lead 1-0 in this 5-match tie. This is, of course, the semi-final of the North Zone B Division Girls Championship here at Canberra Secondary's Indoor Sports Hall.
2-1.
We have also on an adjoining court, Court 1, another semi-final between Sinming Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls School. The winners, of course, of both these ties will face off in Thursday's grand final, which will also be taking place here at Canberra Secondary.
4-1.
One would hope that the Bowen coaching staff have instilled some motivation,
5-1.
encouragement for the two girls out there at the moment. They really need to make a comeback here in this second game to force a decider. 2-5 now.
Out. Service over, 6-2.
It just seems like the SCGS girls have
7-2.
got their strategy spot on. Doing one in front, one behind, as opposed to their opponents who are doing a more side-by-side stance. And they seem to be gaining, as a result, a lot more court coverage. That one just pushed wide,
Service over, 3.
gifting the Bowen girls a freebie. This obviously being the B division, we're looking at girls in secondary 3 and secondary 4, ages about 15 to 16 years old. The NSG, of course, also encompasses. Oh. SCGS girl there has copped one in the face. Let's hope that she's okay. Looks like the umpire has given her an opportunity to take a breather. Unintentional, of course, but the shuttle appears to have hit her in the left eye, or just above. She's fine. She's soldiering on. It's good sportsmanship there shown by Bowen Secondary.
4-9, play.
4-9.
Service over, 10-4.
Of course, sometimes the courts as well get a little bit slippery.
11-4 interval.
Especially with the humidity, as we take a short interval. The humidity and the sweat can often cause a wet floor and sometimes a slip or a fall. We've seen a couple of falls on knees, a bit of abrasion. SCGS comfortable at the interval here in game 2 of match 2. They're leading 11-4. They of course lead the tie 1-0, having won the first singles match. Of course, just a reminder that
Court 3, 20 seconds.
should either team
Court
win
3,
the entire tie, 3-0 or 3-1, in the interest of fair play, the organisers have mandated that all 5 matches be played,
11-4,
which is of course a wonderful initiative. It gives everyone a chance to participate.
12-4.
Resume after a short recess, and SCGS have picked up where they left off.
13-4.
13-4 now. Seem to have knocked the wind out of Bowen Secondary's sails at the moment. I think the
5-14.
it's going to be extremely difficult for Bowen's mount to come back now. But can't fault them for effort. They're trying their level best.
Service over, 15-5.
And that one's landed in as well.
16-5.
So 16-5 now, an 11-point gap opened up here by SCGS. I was speaking to
17-5.
one of the team coaches for SCGS before this tie, and she mentioned that the group has been together, training together for 3 to 4 years. They train
18-5.
thrice a week, 3 hours on each occasion, and the hard work is seriously paying off here. seems to be a lot of camaraderie,
Service over.
great
Match
communication,
13.
great understanding between the players.
Correct. Bye.
And that is
Right side.
extremely important in any racket sport or any team sport, really. Trying to lift that from a low trajectory over the net. Bit of a difficult stroke. She wasn't able to pull it off. And that goes wide as well. So SCGS now
match point 6.
several match points here. And there it is. Another clinical performance by SCGS. They win the first, I beg your pardon, doubles encounter. And they take a 2-0 lead in this 5-match tie. We will be back in about 2 minutes for the next match in this tie, which will be the second singles encounter. Catch you soon.
Hasheda. And on my left, single Chinese girl, represented by Isabel. Bowen secondly to serve, level, play.
And a warm welcome back to semi-final action, North Zone B Division Girls Championship. You're watching the Singapore Chinese Girls School against Bowen Secondary. We're on court 3 at Canberra Secondary here in the indoor sports hall. SCGS won the first 2 matches of this 5-match tie. The first singles and the first doubles. This is now the second singles. We are witnessing a match between Isabel Koyu Swan of SCGS and Suresh Harsh Idha of Bowen Secondary. Of course, you can catch all of the live action at go.gov.sg/NSG or via our official YouTube channel, SG Sports TV. I am Imad Akhtar and happy to bring you today's afternoon coverage. Just over on court 1, an adjoining court here, we have another semi-final taking place between Sinming Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls School. The winners of both matches, beg your pardon, the winners of that tie will face off against the winners of this one in the showpiece final, which will take place here at Canberra Secondary on Thursday the 29th. 3-5, Bowen Secondary trailing by 2 in this second singles match. First game.
Service over. 6-3.
It's smashed there by Isabel Koyu Swan, top of your screen, the right of your screen.
7-3.
It is, of course, rather humid inside the sports hall, and may or may not be able to hear the thunderous downpour outside at the moment. We do have fans in the sports hall, but they have been switched off, so the humidity may become a big factor should this match go into a deciding game.
9-4.
Well, that's for the future. In the here and now, SCGS have a 9-4 lead.
Service over. 5-9. Service over. 10-5.
Bit of a seesaw in points between the two young ladies.
Interval.
As we take our first interval. Now, the competition, this North Zone B Division Girls Championship, began with 20 teams in all, spread across 4 groups. 5 teams in a group. SCGS, of course, were in Group B. They qualified first. They won all 4 of their matches by 5 matches to love. So really quite dominant to book their berth in the quarterfinal. Bowen Secondary had to scrap a little. They lost their first match 2-3. Before winning the next 3, they qualified second to head into the quarterfinals. And the quarterfinals was, of course, not a knockout, but it was the top 2 teams from each group qualified. So the top 8 teams in all were then split into 2 groups of 4, and the top two from those two groups then qualified for the semi-finals. SCGS now with a 12-6 lead. In those quarterfinals, SCGS again unbeaten, winning 4-1, 5-0, 5-0 to qualify top of their group. That was Group Y. Group X, Bowen Secondary, again losing their first match and coming back to win the next two. They qualified second. So SCGS thus far unbeaten in this competition, and really goes to show why they are, or have taken a very early but convincing two-match lead in this five-match tie.
Service over.
14-8, I beg your pardon now, in favor of SCGS, so a 6-point lead at the moment. I think what Isabel Koyu-Swan is doing really well is she's pushing her opponent back and then bringing her forward with a wide array of strokes. Really running her opponent ragged across the court. Certainly got her strategy on point today. And that was brilliant. That was brilliant recovery. Great reflexes on the far left there to retrieve the shuttle, push it back into a play, and then execute a brilliant clear shot.
Service over. 9-16.
9-16 now. Couple of unforced errors. Oh, great comeback there. That was brilliant. It was a lovely drop from the back of the court, catching her opponent unawares. The SCGS girl does look a little bit more nimble-footed. The powers of concentration are immense. Hasn't really shown as much as a wince on court today. Looking very focused indeed, wanting to get the job done for her school, for her team. And again, displaying a lovely touch there, just over the net. 19-10 now. Oh, great touch there. She needs to do a little bit more of that, does Suresh.
11-19.
Might be too little too late in this game, but she can certainly try and implement more of those tactics in game two. An attempted drop again, but netting it. It's good to see a bit of fight here from Team Bowen.
Service over. 20. Game point. 12.
Game point now for SCGS. Take a 1-0 lead in this third match. And she's done it in style.
Game.
So Isabel Koyi-Swan takes the first game of this second singles encounter for SCGS rather comfortably.
Game won by Singapore Chinese girls. 21-12.
Her side is already 2-love up in the five-match tie. We'll be back for game two action in just a short while.
Second game. Level play.
Welcome back to Game 2, Match 3. North Zone B Division Girls Championship semi-final between SCGS
1 love.
and Bowen Secondary. SCGS taking the first game comfortably. They of course lead
Service over 1-0.
by 2 matches to love in the 5-match tie.
Service over 2-1.
Over on an adjoining court, Court 1, we have another semi-final taking place between Sinming Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls School. The first singles over there has gone to St. Nicholas, so they have a 1-0 lead. The first doubles is currently ongoing. Back here on Court 3, Bowen Secondary have taken a narrow 3-2 lead in Game 2.
Service over 3-0.
Suresh just asking the umpire whether she can, looks like, wipe her feet dry, or shoes rather. Perhaps a bit of sweat or moisture from the court surface, which can affect your grip on the court. Was long there, good attempt.
5-3.
5-3 now, SCGS.
Service over 4-5.
4-5. It's critical that Bowen takes this game to force a decider, because should SCGS win this one, they'll take the match and they'll also book a berth in the final.
7-2.
That said, should they take a 3-0 lead in this tie, the remaining 2 matches will be played, because the organizers and conveners decided that they'd like to give all 7 players in each squad a chance to participate, which is a wonderful initiative. Of course, not many spectators here in the indoor sports hall. That's due to COVID-19 protocols and restrictions. The only people allowed in the arena are the teams themselves, coaches, organizers, conveners, technical crew, and of course match commentators. That said, it's quite an achievement that the games are taking place in and of themselves, given what's happened in the last few years. Last year, I beg your pardon. Suresh grabs a new shuttle.
Service over 8-7.
8-7 now, SCGS. You can of course catch all the live action by visiting us at go.gov.sg//NSG. Either catch the live stream now or watch it later, as well as catch up on fixtures and results across a suite of other sports. We're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel.
Service over 9-8.
9-8 now. Isabel Koyu-Swan looks a picture of concentration here. Not showing much emotion. Squarely focused on the task at hand.
11-8. Interval.
Looks very unfazed as we head into the first interval of Game 2, Match 3. just in this year's NSG, we've have competitions across just 12 sports, all non-contact. Badminton, tennis, table tennis, volleyball, sepak takraw, wushu, taekwondo, shooting, golf, rope skipping, bowling, and gymnastics. Of course, the full NSG complement would be 29 sports, including contact sports.
11,
Obviously, due to COVID-19 restrictions, we are not able to see that full complement, but we're hoping that things will change in 2022, or if not, by 2023. Still had a total of 12,000 students from 270 schools, both primary and secondary, competing in this year's games. So some good, encouraging numbers, despite all the hardships of the last year or so. So close second game here. SCGS leading by just 2 points. Critical that Bowen make a comeback to force a decider.
10.
Both girls really giving it their all out there.
Service over 11-13.
It's a giveaway there.
Service over 14-11.
Really can't afford to give away freebies on your serve. Lovely setup there from Isabel.
15-11.
She read what her opponent was thinking and executed that one perfectly.
16-11.
Brilliant reflexes there. I think it caught everyone unawares, including her opponent. It's a wonderful touch. And again, this time cross court.
17-11.
Suresh requesting something from the umpire there. That landed in as well, so can't put a foot wrong here. Isabel Koyuswan.
19-11.
Bit of help from the net, but it looked like it was well on the way to being a winner. 19-11 now, SCGS. Oh, just missed. Good attempt.
Match point.
We've got match point now for SCGS here in match 3 of this 5-match tie. And there it is. Another convincing victory for SCGS. They've taken the tie 3-0 and they have booked their spot in the final of the North Zone B Division Girls Championship. Do stay tuned, however. We will be playing out the remaining 2 matches, irrespective, because the NSG has mandated that everyone deserves a chance to participate. So we will be joining you shortly in a few minutes for the second doubles match of this tie.
On my right, Bowen Secondaries, represented by Subi and Suli Lee. And on my left, Singapore Chinese girls, represented by Ori and Michelle. Bowen Secondary to serve, Subi to Ori. Level, play.
Yeah, welcome back to semi-final action.
Service
The
over.
North Zone B Division Girls Championship
One love.
between Singapore Chinese Girls School and Bowen Secondary. We're here at the Indoor Sports Hall
Two love.
at Canberra Secondary on court 3. This is the second doubles match of this 5-match tie. SCGS have taken a 3-0 lead in the tie. They've actually secured their berth already in the final of this competition. But in the interest of fair play, we are going to have these last 2 matches as the NSG
Service over.
has mandated
1.
that all participants have a go, which is a wonderful initiative. On court at the moment for SCGS, we have Audrey Chia Eun-si and Michelle Lo Yuan Ying. For Bowen, we have Su Li Li and Periyakaru Pan Subiksha.
6. 1.
At the bottom of your screen. And SCGS have raced into a very, very quick 6-1 lead. One almost forgets how quickly doubles matches can escalate.
1.
Interesting strategy as well. We saw earlier the Team Bowen deploying
1.
a similar strategy in their first doubles match. Both players receiving and serving side by side almost. SCGS on the other hand
9. 1.
will usually deploy a formation. One girl in the front and one behind her. It seems to have worked thus far. SCGS yet to drop a game in the first 3 matches. Looking rather dominant. Over on court 1, we have the other semi-final taking place between Sinmin Secondary and CHIJ, St. Nicholas Girls' School. St. Nicholas took the first singles match. They lead 1-0 in the tie. And the first doubles is currently ongoing. 10-3 now, SCGS in game 1 of match 4.
11-3 interval.
As we take our first interval, I beg your pardon. You can of course catch all the live action by visiting us at go.gov.sg/NSG. If you're too busy to catch the live action, you can always watch later on replay. You can also catch up with the fixtures and results that you may have missed across a suite of other sports. We're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Now we're not really sure how these players are seeded. Team sheets don't indicate as such, so it'd be interesting to know how the coaches, support staff determine which players start first. Is it the best players beginning, or do they try and spread out their resources?
11.
It's hard to tell really, but whatever the strategy, it seems to be working for SCGS.
Service over. 12.
We've yet to lose a game across these first 3 matches. And they lead 12-4 in game 1 of match 4 here, second doubles match of this 5-match tie.
13-4.
We are of course here in the indoor sports hall. As Bowen are given a new shuttle, change of shuttle. The only people allowed in the arena, teams themselves, the coaches, organizers, conveners, technical crew, and of course match commentators.
14-5.
Unfortunately, parents not permitted, which is a bit of a pity, but the silver lining here is that the games are actually being held given their absence from last year's calendar. So kudos to all involved for making it happen.
16-5.
16-5 now, SCGS. Another dominating display.
Service over. 6-16.
Seem to have the rub of the green over their opponents this
Service
afternoon.
over. 17-6.
And the Bowen body language doesn't look too positive as well. Need to muster some courage here to fight back.
18-6.
Take their time between points, not rush.
19-6.
Yeah, they're playing rather defensively, it seems, which is playing right into the hands of the SCGS girls.
Game.
And that's the first game for SCGS. Very
game,
convincing.
Mumbai.
21-6. It's game one, match number 4 in this 5-match tie. We'll be back with more action. Game 2 in just a short while.
Play.
Welcome back to game 2.
Service over.
Match 4 of this North Zone B Division Girls Championship semi-final between SCGS, I beg your pardon, and Bowen Secondary. SCGS taking the first game rather comfortably, 21-6.
Service over. 1-0.
They have a commanding 3-0 lead, well, an unassailable lead really in this 5-match tie. They've booked their berth already in the final. But owing to
2-1.
NSG organisers and conveners' decision to let all players in each squad participate, we are playing out these last 2 matches. This is the second doubles. We've already had 2 singles and 1 doubles prior to this contest. Be good for Bowen's morale if they can secure at least one of these matches. It looks a far cry at the moment because SCGS have raced away to a 4-1 lead in the second game. And the Bowen girls just look like they're devoid of a clear and concise strategy. SCGS
Service over. 2-5.
have all their bases covered. It's often said that height does make a difference in badminton, especially in the singles. Got one girl on court, the SCGS girl who's rather taller than
7-2.
the other three, but in terms of reach, she probably has the biggest advantage. Not as critical in doubles, but when you need to put away a smash like that, it comes in handy, certainly. 8-2 now, SCGS. On court 1, just 2 courts down, we've got the other semi-final taking place between Sinmin Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls School.
3-9.
St. Nicholas took the first singles. So they have a 1-0 lead. The first doubles is currently ongoing. Of course, the winners of that tie will face off against SCGS in Thursday's grand final, which will, of course, take place here at Canberra Secondary. 10-2 now to SCGS.
11-3 interval.
11-3 as we head into first interval. Game 2, match 4. Seems a rather lost cause for Bowen Secondary at this point. They're playing for pride, and it's a good opportunity for this doubles pair and the next singles player to really show the coaches and staff what they're made of. Just in general, it'd be nice to see them win one of these 2 matches. There's no service over, of course, so point scoring just continues. SCGS have been really dominant in the lead up to this semi-final. The group stages, they won all 4 of their ties by 5 matches to love. So an unblemished record, played 4-1 for 8 points. They qualified for the quarterfinals rather comfortably. In the quarterfinal stage, 2 groups of 4, the top 8 qualifying from the 20 that were present in the group stages. So SCGS was placed in Group Y. They won all 3 of their matches rather comfortably. So they lost just 1 game in the group stages and the quarterfinal combined. And they've yet to drop a game in this tie as well. So really look like the side to be in this competition, the North Zone B Division Girls Championship. 17-3 now to the girls in black and white. An easy put away there, easy smash.
18-3.
It's a rather commanding performance. Should hold them in good stead for the final. Great confidence booster, of course, to win a tie so convincingly as SCGS have this afternoon. 2 points away now from securing a 4-love lead in this tie. Oh. An air shot there, a rare miss from SCGS. Apology to her opponent, to her partner, I beg your pardon.
5-19.
Yeah, little blip, lapse in concentration. Being so close to the finish line, it can happen. It's important to just get the job done. Can't fault Bowen Secondary for effort. We've just been outclassed on the day by a better opponent. And there it is, there's the match. So 21-5 in the second game. SCGS
Match won by
convincing
Singapore
winners.
Chinese girls, 21-6.
They take a 4-0 lead in this 5-match tie. We have, of course, one singles match remaining, which we will be covering in just a short while.
Name? Left, Singapore Chinese girls, represented by Angel Tan. Bowen, secondly to serve, Bowen, play.
And welcome back to Sports Singapore's live coverage, 2021 National School Games. You're watching semi-final action, the North Zone B Division Girls Championship Badminton between Singapore Chinese Girls School and Bowen Secondary. SCGS have already secured their berth in the final. They're 4-love. They have a 4-love lead in this 5-match tie. This is the final match, the third singles of today's tie. top of your screen, we have Angel Tan of SCGS against Bowen's Chunka Ching.
Service over 3-1.
SCGS have taken an early 3-1 lead. Yet to lose a game, of course, throughout this tie. Remarkably, they've only lost one game throughout the course of this competition. So, very, very dominant display by the SCGS girls. And, you know, speaking to a member of the coaching staff ahead of this tie, she mentioned that they're a very tight-knit unit, having played together for the last 3-4 years. And, very strict training regimens, thrice weekly, 3 hours each time. Very impressive work ethic, and it's certainly paying off this afternoon. On court 1, we have the other semi-final taking place, Sinming Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls' School. CHIJ prevailed in the first singles. They're up 1-0. And currently the first doubles is underway. They're contesting the deciding game right now. The first match also went to a decider, so a very, very close encounter. The winner of that tie, of course, will face off against SCGS in the final this Thursday, the 29th, here at Canberra Secondary's Indoor Sports Hall. As Angel Tan is up 9-3 in game 1 of match number 5. Another misjudgment there, the ball landing inside the tram lines, which is of course perfectly fine in the singles. Just wide from Angel Tan. 4-10 now. We head off to an interval. You can probably hear the cheers over on court 1. It's a rather steamy final game. Very close indeed. This is obviously being the B division. We're looking at girls in secondary 3 and secondary 4, ages about 15 to 16 years old. The NSG, of course, also encompasses both the A division as well as the senior division. And SCGS, of course, had sealed this tie when they took a 3-love lead. But in the interest of fair play, the NSG organisers and conveners decided that all 5 matches should be played to give all 7 players in each squad the opportunity to participate. Of course, you can visit us at go.gov.sg/NSG to catch this live stream or watch a replay if you're not able to tune in. You can also catch up on fixtures and results across a suite of other sports. We're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel. 12-5 now. Angel Tan and SCGS. In game 1 of match 4. And that service has landed out. So a freebie for Bowen Secondary. They won't be complaining. Yeah, great placement, Angel Tan. Great touch. Both these girls are quite tall. So can't really say one has a height advantage over the other. They both got good reach And obviously long strides, which helps when
16-7.
you need to retrieve the shuttle. But Angel Tan just looks a little bit more clinical in the points that matter.
17-7.
Perhaps the pressure off a little bit, given that SCGS have already qualified. But a good chance for these two young girls to showcase to their respective coaches and teammates that perhaps they should be pushed up the pecking order in the future. Of course, we're not really sure how these players are seeded. Team sheets don't indicate as such whether the best players start first or whether the resources are spread across the 5 matches. And rather quickly, SCGS have opened up an 8-point gap over Team Bowen. Chen Ke-ching knew that she didn't get much of that.
20,
and then nets the following one to give SCGS a game point here. That's wide, so SCGS prevail in game 1 of match 5. And of course lead 4-0 in this 5-match tie, already through to the final. We'll be back with game 2 action in about 60 seconds.
Play.
Welcome back to game 2, match number 5, the final match of this tie. North Zone B Division Girls Championship semi-final between SCGS and Bowen Secondary here at Canberra Secondary School's Indoor Sports Hall. We are of course on court number 3. On court 1 we have the other semi-final taking place between Sinming Secondary and CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls School. CHIJ prevailed in the first singles match. The first doubles, I believe, has just concluded. We're not quite sure who took that one, but as soon as I have the results, I will convey that to you. Meanwhile, SCGS have taken a slender 3-2 advantage in this second game. Of course, already having booked their berth in the final. That's just wide.
Over 3-4.
From Angel Tan. 3-4 now. Oh. Good fight. Good fight here, being shown by Chen Ke-ching at the top of your screen. The turquoise top. Oh, great touch. Great touch. She looked to be on the defensive in that point and turned it around quite spectacularly there.
6-4.
It's just landed in. Just landed in on the line. It seems to have kissed the line there. 6-4 SCGS. Oh, too good. Too good for Chun Ka-ching there.
7-4.
Lovely drop from just behind the middle of the court from SCGS. Oh, it's brilliant placement.
Service over. 5-7.
5-7. Oh, just missed. It's, Bowen
6,
reduced the
7.
deficit down to 1. Be nice to see them take a game here from SCGS, who've yet to lose.
Service over.
Well, they haven't lost a game
6.
in this tie, and they've only lost 1 throughout the course of the tournament,
9-6.
which is quite remarkable, really. Been rather unstoppable in their journey to the final.
Service over. 7-9.
7-9 now. Too good, the smash. Serve landed
Service over.
right in Angel
10,
Tan's striking zone.
7.
She's not going to miss those. Good comeback. Good composure.
Service over. 8-10.
Deficit still at 2. Oh, it's a lovely drop.
Service over. 11-8. Interval.
Lovely drop. As we head into the first interval of the second game, match 5. CGS having already secured the berth in the final, which will take place here at Canberra Secondary on Thursday the 29th. We have, of course, limited capacity here at the NSG Arena, Canberra Secondary. Just the teams and the coaches, organisers, conveners, technical crew and match commentators that are allowed at the venue owing to COVID-19 restrictions and protocols. So
11-8.
spectators, including
Play.
parents of the competitors, not permitted. But the games are still being held, and that's what counts.
Service over. 9-11.
Last year, of course, there were no games due to the pandemic. And so special thanks go out to the Singapore School Sports Council and the Ministry of
Service
Education
over.
for ensuring that
9.
this competition, these games are being held. 12-9 now to SCGS, game 2, match 5.
13-9.
That's called good. Inside the tram lines.
Over. 10-13.
Chun Ka-ching does look a little bit more switched on in this game. And that's landed in as well.
11-13.
As I was saying, she does look a little bit more composed,
Service over.
giving it her all,
14-11.
trying to ensure that the team doesn't go down. Yeah, cry of anguish there. Should have gotten that back. Be nice for the neutral spectator to see
16,
this
11.
match go to a decider. But just like that, SCGS have opened up. Well, a 4-point lead now.
It's over 12-16.
12-16. Oh, lovely drop again. She's pulled that shot off
12.
at least 3-4 times in this match. All to perfection. They practiced that shot and others probably for hours in training.
12.
As I was speaking to the SCGS coaching staff ahead of this contest, explaining that they train thrice weekly, 3 hours, 9 hours of training on a weekly basis.
12.
Certainly a very rigorous work ethic. It's paying off in these, well, in this competition.
It's over 13-19.
13-19 now, just 2 points away is our SCGS from 1 point now.
It's over
From sealing this
match point
tie.
13.
It's been a clinical performance. Yeah, and there it is. So SCGS flawless in this tie. They've won all 5 matches. They've taken the 3 singles and the 2 doubles convincingly.
21-10, 21-13.
Didn't drop a single game throughout. And they've of course sealed their place in the final of the North Zone B Division Girls Championship, which will take place at Canberra Secondary on Thursday. We do of course have the other semi-final taking place between Sinming Secondary and CHIJ Nicholas Girls School over on Court 1, so do tune in to go.gov.sg/NSG to catch that action. It is a very close encounter. They're into the second singles match. But it has been wonderful to have your company this afternoon for this semi-final action between Singapore Chinese Girls School and Bowen Secondary. SCGS completing a 5-0 whitewash and sealing their place in the final. It's been a pleasure to have you with us, and signing off, I'm Imad Akhtar.